All right, so this week we're doing more of this giant comic book haul. You guys know it had a disastrous recording, so I'm breaking everything up in different ways to share it with you guys. Upcoming this week, we're going to do Top Cow Tuesday. We have a nice stack here. And it's brother broadcast or stream or video, which will be Wildstorm Wednesday. So be on the lookout. Today we're doing the Top Cow stack. We're gonna hit the drawing table, get through some of these. You guys can see some of them right now. We got some goodies here. We got a lot of things I haven't seen. We got some first editions, great examples of Top Cow's amazing publishing history. So let's go. All right. We got a little bit of a Top Cow stack today. It's Top Cow Tuesday. And these are the things we do. Because you know what, guys? We love comic book history. We love the 90s. We love everything about these guys. I mean, so much of you, so many of you. You guys love Top Cow Tuesday so much. To open it up, J. Michael Straczynski's Midnight Nation. So for Top Cow and for Joe's Comics, so Straczynski broke away at the time. You know, he was heralded more of a TV guy. But he came in, he did Spider-Man, one of the best Spider-Man runs of all time. Like I said, the post-90s comic book writing was dead on. And then with the 2000s and even late 90s, we would get a deconstruction of what the 90s represented. J. Michael Straczynski delivered Midnight Nation with Gary Frank and Rising Stars. These are two books that have to be on your radar. You can argue that they're part movie pitch. And in the terms of Midnight Nation, I would say yes, movie pitch, but TV show pitch, but amazingly solid read. And what year? Yeah, year 2000. So, we get that just to show it off to you guys. Eventually, we will get to all of J. Michael Straczynski's work with Top Cow. We have Superman coming, guys. And we have to talk about this. I almost want to put this on a quick release. Fast, just release it. I don't care if it's a part of Top Cow Tuesday or not. But we get the great Tyler Kirkham, young Tyler, kicking ass. We got Metallo here with the Kryptonite chest. Darkness Superman coming to the channel. Be on the lookout. Witchblade Nottingham. We're getting into the age of Witchblade when it comes to Top Cow, which is, number one, very expensive because there's so much. But number two, looking for ways to organize the information as I bring it to you guys. What characters are impactful? Nottingham, always popular. He got action figures. We have a Ken Chu cover here, right? Do we have a cover credit? We do not. Nicely illustrated cover. With all of that, Witchblade was successful in bleeding interest out of other characters that were introduced in that book. So much so Witchblade became a legacy character. And a lot of people dismiss that. The transition of Witchblade becoming legacy, much more easy and believable within the context of the story than something like Spawn. Well, we have some girl comics there. We have a fallout of, look, Magladina, right? Magladina. I always pronounce it wrong. But this is, we have Darkness, Tomb Raider, Witchblade. This is a little bit around the time where Witchblade and Tomb Raider, those franchises merged. I could only get one issue of this. Sometimes we get only one issue when we can. Look at the nice gore in this. We get one issue sometimes just so we can see what it's all about and then eventually make the moves. But yeah, a little bit of the Top Cow. So Top Cow also has a crossover universe. These characters were so interchangeable with so many other independent characters. That also is a part of the Witchblade bleeding that we were just talking about. Darkness cover 11, because I already have issue 11. I didn't check before I excuse me, before I shot this video, but we don't care about the interiors. I'm pretty sure I have this as an interior, right? I have this, but it's a Greg and Tim Hildenbrand cover, and this had completely escaped me. I was in awe when I saw this in the comic box, and we just lost one of the Hildenbrand brothers. I'm trying to do a little bit more of a like late 90s, early 2000s retrospective, because they were heavy in comics and heavy in Star Wars at the time. Here we go. Mage Griffin, Bounty Hunter. I'm pretty sure this is based on the video game, but it doesn't matter. This is well drawn, well put together, well colored. Looking forward to reading this. The beginning, I love it when books end like that. And also, I like one and dones. I just like the idea of being able to read even like a prologue to a story that I may never know. I may only know this part of the story. Here's the wild thing, aka Patters. I should have all the original issues of Wanted. I do not. Here you go. Netflix. Purchased by Netflix. But at the same time, Wanted is one of the major successes to come out of Wildstorm Publishing. I mean, I understand it's part of the Millerverse, but Top Cow took a little bit of a risk with this. The movie comes out, people love the movie. Jupiter, right? Jupiter's Legacy. I just recently rewatched this, and holy crap! Is this an under? It's beyond me that didn't catch on to a audience. Yeah, Nemesis. I never read Nemesis. I always wanted to. Now, previously, we featured this issue of Superman, but this is Top Cow alumni. This is Talon Caldwell, but in the back here we have this awesome Jim Lee Superman sketchbook. This video still gets views and comments, by the way. Profiling the Michael Turner studio coming into DC. I need to build a complete list for that, but they did some cool things. They did more interesting stuff with Kandahar. And you kind of want to say, at the time, like Jeff Loeb brings back Crypto. We had the Worlds at War storyline. The 2000s was a true resurgence of the Man of Steel. And is this, what is this? What story is this? Is this Batman Deathblow? No, this is Superman. I don't know what story. Oh, Lex Luthor, Man of Steel. Okay. Cyberforce, what, Volume 3? Volume 4, Issue 2? I know I got Issue 1 of this. I know I got Issue 1. Ko Pham is the artist. Yeah. Doesn't look... Like, there's a point where comics no longer become, like, interesting when you flip through them. There is something that happens. Oh, wow, this was a Kickstarter. What the hell? I didn't realize this was a Kickstarter. They kickstarted the... So, Top Cow right now, like, did they just become a crowdfunding company? But see, like, there's something when you flip through this. Like, you want to read it. You want to know about it. Because the industry of itself had a level of one-upsmanship. Like, you had to beat the other guys on the shelves. And I don't think the world of crowdfunding does that. Oh, we have another Magladina. There we go. I pronounced it. Magladina. Magladina Vampirola up next. Cyberforce issue 30, Devil's Reign Interlude. I don't think we have this. And this might have been the only issue of Cyberforce we had in about 30 long boxes that my buddy and I went through. How amazing is that? There might have been some Cyberforce issue for us. I bought this. Somehow I know we don't have this. I don't even have to look because of we didn't do a good job on Sideblade's face and proportions here. Everyone else looks fine. Sideblade got a little botch. Scott Lee on pencils. The interiors look fantastic though. I'm not familiar with Scott Lee. Are you? Let me know. I mean, really nice looking stuff. Here we go. Magladina Vampirola. Gotta do it. Top Cow Tuesday. Benitez. David Wall. Here we go. Benitez is one of the guys. So we will, when we get deeper into the Witchblade side of Top Cow Tuesday, we will get into the animation stuff, by the way. And it's not really animated, it's animated style, which even back then when it all came out, I just thought it was hilarious. I thought it was awesome. We got some high level artwork here, guys. Yeah, reading, tracking, not the end. So maybe this was like a one and done right here, not the end. I mean, we have a send-off here. We have a send-off panel as if it is the end. Yeah, researching and compiling stuff in these. So we get 2 Magladina crossovers here. Magladina versus Dracula Monster War 1 of 4. That's going to be a journey. So Necromancer might have been the last new property from Top Cow that I remember, and I remember Francis Manupal, came up through this, and we're going to profile him. Francis too might have been the last true great Top Cow discovery, but we get Pilot Season 1, right? 2, 3. We don't have issue 2, so we got 3 and 4. Okay, I'm fine with that. We'll get issue 2. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, Pilot Season. So we will be talking about the Ripclaw Pilot Season 2. So Pilot Season was like an online contest, and they would get new talent, and they would do Pilot Season. But then Pilot Season became a pitch for Top Cow properties. They kind of corrupted their own talent discovery gimmick or promotion. Wow, so this is Francis's like very cartoony style. I mean, it moves, but yeah, not as detailed as we know from him. Okay, so Necromancer, Lithium, part 1 of 3. Wow, there you go. Nirvana, right? Okay. We'll check these out. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't. Who's writing it? Do we have Joshua Ortega? Oh, and John Boy Mayers, pencils and inks. So Francis came on with issue 3. But this is still, like, he matches the style pretty well, right? Okay. We're learning things here, guys. And here's the big kahuna. This was huge. Because we recently profiled Arcanum as a wizard, promo issue, like a 1/2. And I kind of said at that time, this was a really, nicely designed, good-looking series. We profiled Brandon Peterson. This is Brandon Peterson, Richard Eisenov on colors. And at one time, if you asked me, we've got Joe Weems here on inks, I would have said that the series ran for maybe 16, 12 issues, almost 2 years worth. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the last issue. It runs up to issue 8. But when we did that video, wow, this looks really nice. But when we did that video, I said we have to we have to do all of this. We have to do this entire series, the end. Yeah, so it's essentially an 8-issue miniseries. Let's look at number 1. I mean, guys, like, incredible character design. Like, this is visionary level work here. Yeah, so some of this was in that Wizard 1/2. But guys, come on. Like, and you're telling me the way things are done now, the standards that we have now in American comics compare. I just don't think they do. I don't. We have to kind of find that balance again of highly detailed, highly colored artwork. I know I say the coloring 9-volt. You know, I wanted to profile this, but we gotta find the medium. You know, I know I say computer coloring is takes away from comic book production, but even if the rendering, like the drawing, the ideas of the layouts, like trying to do something with every single page, right? Like you got every single page here to win someone over. That's what we need back in American comics. But guys, not much of a haul here. I mean, I know it's a thing, but a lot of new stuff for me. Now, here's the other. We got a little bonus here. So within these long boxes, I was able to get some Deathmates, and I always double and triple up on my Deathmates because I need Deathmate for my Wildstorm crossover box, my Top Cow crossover box, for my Valiant comic books, and I also kind of need one for general comic book crossovers. So having 4 sets of Deathmate probably, you know, like it helps. I know I'm close. This puts me close. You don't find a lot of Deathmate red at all anymore. They did have some black. I have black for everything, which is awesome. But yeah, and guys, for a couple pennies, we got some Deathmate golds. How awesome is that? Especially the prologue gold. And again, these were dealer incentives. You had to order like 50 copies or 100 copies to get one of these. But we have to kind of... Is it this one here? Which one has... Might be the epilogue. Yeah, the prologue has the Rob Liefeld. The epilogue has the Mark Silvestri right here. Yeah. The Mark Silvestri epilogue is kick-ass. So we want this in... Like, we actually want this in Top Cow crossover, and we want this in the Mark Silvestri. Like I said, Deathmate, when it comes to filing, for me, it's a big project. It's complicated, but when we get them for pennies on the dollar, we do it. So we chip away at that. All right, AKAPADers, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I do love you guys. Top Cow Tuesday, rock and roll.